Pine rocklands have a hard rocky ground composed of limestone with very little organic material on the surface. These subtropical savannas, which are only found in South Florida and parts of the Bahamas, feature the slash pine as the primary tree in the canopy. Below the slash pine is a subcanopy of palms and shrubs, and at the ground level there are a variety of grasses, wildflowers, ferns, cycads, and much more. Plants native to this region can't be found anywhere else in the world. The amount of organic material, the elevation and drainage, and other factors determines the composition of the pine rockland. Beyond the plants, pine rocklands are host to a variety of wildlife, including pollinators like bees and butterflies, and a variety of birds. A Zoo Miami blog about its pine rockland restoration efforts described black racer snakes, bumblebees, and Bartram's hair-streaked butterflies among the many creatures that called pine rocklands home.
In South Florida, pine rocklands were found along the Miami Rock Ridge from the Miami River in the north to the lower Florida Keys around Big Pine Key. The pine rocklands extended west to the Everglades. That range was maintained by periodic fires, some naturally occurring and others man-caused, which would reduce the subcanopy of palms, shrubs, and other trees that would otherwise take over and shade out the diverse understory and ground cover plants. Over the years, fire suppression efforts prevented fires from clearing out the undergrowth, and this upset the natural balance. Development has also not been a friend to the pine rocklands. Outside of Everglades National Park, only about 2% of rocklands remain in Miami-Dade County. What's left has been threatened by invasive species and is so fragmented that it has been reduced to small islands in a very different environment.
Now you might be thinking, hey, pass me a shovel and I'll give a slash pine tree a home. After all, I have some space in my yard. And the people at Connect to Protect need you. Connect to Protect, a project of the Fairchild Tropical Botanic Garden, is a citizen science program that enlists South Florida residents to plant native plants in order to connect the few remaining isolated fragments of pine rockland. They need volunteers, possibly like you, to help them plant slash pine and attract native wildlife back to your neighborhood. Remember, if you build it, they will come. You just got to prep the ground, and that starts with choosing the right sites.
Once you decided to take the plunge, you'll need to find a suitable location. Nutrient-poor limestone rock is the original surface and perfect for slash pine, but other areas can still work. Remember that full sun exposure is very important for your plot to become established. Make sure that the space is away from large trees like live oaks because their large canopy will cast shade on your plot. Sites with lots of organic material like topsoil and mulch tend to have more weeds. You can make it work, but it will require more maintenance on your part. According to the USDA Forest Service, mature slash pines can grow to a height of 60 to 100 feet and have an extensive lateral root system. This means that you need to budget lots of room around the tree and try to avoid planting them near buildings. The tree canopy will also be wider than the planting area, so make sure to check ahead of time whether a mature tree will fit in the space once it grows up. Lastly, look up at the sky. Make sure that you are not planting your trees below utility lines. If it is possible that a tree will interfere with overhead lines in the future, you should choose another place to plant it. Remember, right plant, right place.
Site preparations is the most important first step in pine rockland restoration. Be sure to remove all plants that you do not want to retain in your plot. Remove long grasses either by uprooting and disposing them, or kill the grass in place with herbicide, or by smothering it or by covering it. The best starting point of your pine rockland restoration has only sand or bare rock. Once you've selected a site, it's time to figure out what plants will make their new home there. Figure out the square footage of the planting area so that you can plan for the recommended number of plants. Guidelines for planting a pine rockland in Miami-Dade County, Florida says that a rule of thumb is to divide the square footage of the planting area by 4, or about 2 feet between plants on average, to get a minimum number of plants to install. For example, a 10 by 10 foot planting area should have at least 25 plants. More ground covers are better. Canopy pines are recommended and can be placed as close as 15 feet apart. It's probably better to start small and not overplant. For the understory plants, Look for saw palmetto and silver palm. These plants spread out laterally along the ground. Palms should not occupy more than 25% of the planting area, so make sure not to overplant. The next group of plants are known as understory plants and they should cover between 5 and 25% of the site. Look for locustberry, maddenberry, mulberry, pine strongback, rough velvet seed, and wild sage to fill this role. If you're studying with a 10 by 10 foot space, plant only a couple in that area. Place those understory shrubs about 6 feet apart, and don't plant more than one of these types of plants in a 50 square foot area. Once those plants have taken hold and you have the weeds under control, it's time to look at ground cover plants. Check out Cooker's Creeper, Everglades Keys, Falls Buttonweed, Gopher Apple, and Kunti, among many options. For more ideas for ground cover plants, check out the Institute for Regional Conservation Natives for Your Neighborhood website. There you can find information and photos of plants recommended for your area.